There we go.
Perfect. Thank you. And
Yeah.
all we're recording this for is so that anybody that's not on the call today can rewatch it, or if you guys want to watch it, we're going to have it set and you'll get a link to that in the next couple of days on where to go if you wanted to look at it. So I'm glad I had this slide. So it reminded me we needed to start recording it. So we'll record every call, send it out to everybody, even if you're on the call, in case you want to like rewatch something, or, there was something that you're like, oh, I want to check this out. We will do that. So we're going to do a monthly topic, and then we're going to have like just a group share on anybody that wants to maybe share something that they thought of during the topic, or if there's, something else they wanted to share, get the group's opinion on, we will kind of just open it up for that. And that's for the group call. Your individual call, generally it's once a month. It can be 30 minutes. It can be longer. A couple of my mentees, one of them I meet with about an hour. One is, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. It all just depends on what works for you guys. Time of day, if you want to text. I know that Shannon, I think you had done coffee with one of yours in the morning because you guys did, kind of that kind of thing. So Zoom or call or text, whatever works the best for the mentor and the mentee. Is obviously there's no set requirement for that. It's just whatever works for you guys and whatever you're working on. So we have some new people, maybe some people that weren't at Expo. I wanted to make a plug for this. I don't think I've ever done a slide. I think we've always just talked about it. The Hearth Design Specialist. I know some of you are still waiting for manuals. We should have those in the next week or so. We had some printing issues, so we will be getting those out to you. So if you don't have it in the next 10 days or so, let me know and we'll make sure that it gets to you. If you are new and you don't know about this, my boss, who obviously can't participate in the program, he wanted to do something that do something for the program. So what it is, he is offering the Hearth Design Specialist manual review and exam at no cost to anyone that participates in the program, which I think is very generous of him to do. I think it's a great certification. I know some of you on the call have it. Some of you are studying for it. So if it's something that you're interested in and you haven't already, reach out to me and we'll get you set up for the review and the exam and get the manual to you. And if you want a PDF as opposed to a hard copy, we can get that set up for you as well. So that's just something that he wanted to do because he feels strongly about this program and the fact that, we're awesome. So he wanted to be able to contribute to that. I mean, awesome. So that is for Hearth Design Specialists. So our guest speaker for today was suggested by Shannon. It's me. So it's funny. So when Shannon suggested that, she's like, well, why don't you do it? I was like, oh, well, I could do it. I want to throw up right now, but I could do it. So I hate talking about myself. So I just put some things on here, a little bit about me. I've been actively involved since 1991. My parents started a company in 1978. So I pretty much grew up in this business. I went to school, got my degree thinking I was going to do something completely different. Didn't. My degree actually has helped me when dealing with, air quality issues and change outs and being on government affairs and things like that. So been actively involved on the local level, the national level. I was the chairperson in 2018. So all this to say, I've just been around for a long time. But it's funny. I can teach reviews, I can teach classes, but it makes me nervous to do it. You get going and you're fine, but it's just, so that's a little bit about me. That is my dad's top hat that I'm holding. He started the business with my mom in 1978 and was a true hero of mine. So that's my nod to my dad. Awesome. So our topic is it's all encompassing. So when Shannon and I first talked about it and decided that I would be doing the speaking, I had this thought, actually, while I was doing my hair, I had to stop drying my hair so I could write this down so I didn't forget it. So it's basically opening yourself up for things you didn't think possible, because so many opportunities are passed by because of self-doubt. So obviously, like I said, when Shannon suggested I do this, I was like, okay, well, I know I can, but that instantaneous doubt creeps in and you're like, why would they want to hear anything that I have to say? And so it's just, it's important to not doubt yourself and to open yourself up, because you can really do anything that you set your mind to. So, I think that's just so important for any of us, whatever you're doing, whatever opportunity you may have or think you can't do, you absolutely can do it. So don't doubt yourself. So, last night, Indiana was a buzz because the WNBA draft was last night, and Caitlin Clark obviously was going to be the number one pick, and the Indiana Fever had the number one pick. So we went to the draft party last night. You would have thought it was a Pacers game. There were 15,000 people there. Erica Wheeler is a point guard or a guard for the Indiana Fever, and she went undrafted. So what that means, if you're not a sports person, is no team in the WNBA wanted to take the use their pick on her. She went from being undrafted to being the MVP of the WNBA All-Star game. She just persevered and kept going. She was there last night and actually said this, and I got my phone out, and people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, this is a good quote for my call tomorrow. So when one door closes, you find another one to go through. You don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something. You just keep going. So I really was just inspired by her to say that. And it's funny, she got a little bit emotional. She's played for a long time, but it was just something that, she was like, I really want girls and women and even little boys to, you can do it. If there's a door closed, you find another one and you go through it. So that was inspiring to me. So I just thought that was really cool and wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm a big quote person. If you're new here, I love quotes. So I generally do at least one quote every one of our meetings. So here is another one. You can do more than you think you can. Otis Gibbs is a local Indianapolis musician, and we have seen him a couple of times in concert, and he's got a YouTube channel that my husband watches and really enjoys, and he's a great storyteller. So I was telling my husband, I'm like, oh, well, Shannon suggested, and I agreed that I should, do the kickoff, and told him what I was going to be talking about. And he goes, oh, I have to find you this snippet on the YouTube channel. So that quote stuck with him too. So I just think it's important. You can do more than you think you can, which kind of goes along with what I said a couple slides ago, is that really you can do anything. And even if I don't know you, I know you can do anything. I just know you're a strong person to be here and be part of our program. So that is something that I find really inspiring. So next slide, you all recognize this lady. So
yes.
This is a quote that Shannon actually came up a few years ago, and she shared it with me and said that I could use it in our talk today, which is, embrace the inconvenient and the uncomfortable, and you may be pleasantly surprised. So I love that. I love that, there's things that we can do that you don't think you can. So I am wondering if anyone has anything that they would like to share that maybe they did that they were like, I can't do this. So, and if you do, you don't have to raise your hand. You can just unmute and start talking. Because again, I cannot see more than about 3 or 4 of you. So if there's anyone that would like to share something, kind of based on this, I would love that.
So Amie,
Yes.
If you don't mind me starting, when I turned 60, I had worked for a company for 22 years, and it was a family-owned business, and they told me that I was part of the family. And one day I went in there, and they said, we just sold you and your Hearth division to another distributor.
Wow.
And the other distributor was awful. So I only stayed a couple of months, and then I talked to people and figured, what the hell am I going to do? So anyway, the guy said, well, why don't you start your own rep business? And I thought, you must be out of your mind. I wouldn't know. And then the next thing you know, I'm calling the lawyer to get my LLC. And at 60, to start your own business was, kind of daunting. And, it certainly ate up a lot of my retirement. But I will tell you, I would now go back to that first distributor and send them a thank you card, because it made me grow up. It made me understand things. It made me relate in different ways. And in general, I feel much more capable than I ever thought I would or ever could. So that's my story about the inconvenient and uncomfortable.
I just say, we just had our Mid-Atlantic affiliate meeting this last weekend, and yesterday, Sunday and Monday of this week, and there were 2 awards that were up to be given for all the masses in our whole affiliate, and both of those awards went to women, and both women are currently on this call today, and that's Loretta and Joanna, and I was so proud. So proud.
I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That is wonderful. And well deserved to both of you. So I think that's amazing. I love it that, I mean, that's awesome. So I did not know that Joanna had gotten one too. That's great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Is there anyone else that would love to share with us? And you can turn your camera off. That makes you more comfortable. If you want to talk, feel free to turn your camera off. I know some people are more comfortable with that, with their cameras off.
My camera isn't working. This is Mary Lynn Salisbury.
Hello.
But many years ago, what made me feel very uncomfortable was submitting bids on contractor projects of multiple housing. This is in the Minneapolis area. I did that and learned how to do it. Was awarded many contracts much later, but that first one I'll always remember hitting the steering wheel and going, yes, I did it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that excitement. I can just tell in your voice, even though it's that many years ago, that's still really important. And I think that's amazing. Anyone else who would like to share a story or an example or anything? And you don't.
I was trying to find my voice for a second. Hi.
Hi.
I just officially signed my first client for consulting, a 9-month contract that I really, for the last 4, 5 almost months of trying to get things off the ground, I was starting to lose hope and I was getting to a point where I was like, you know what? I was wrong. I can't do this. Other people were right. I can't do this. And I have a 9-month contract now and a client on board, and I feel like, oh, maybe, I mean, it's still super uncomfortable, but maybe I can do this. Maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe I do have experience that I can share with people. And I know, like, even just being at the NCSG convention last month, like getting to meet everyone and be there on my own, which was kind of terrifying. I did it, and it seemed impossible and uncomfortable, and I was extremely pleasantly surprised by all of it. So yeah, thank you.
I'm super excited for you. It was so nice to meet you at NCSG too. That was a total, like, Tara puts it up on Facebook and then Felicity and I connect. So it was great to get to meet you. And I'm so excited you are part of the program, and I'm so excited to see where you go from here, which I'm sure is just going to do amazing things. So that's awesome.
And Felicity is my mentee, so I'm excited for you. Yeah, we'll talk more about it later.
Awesome. She's doing double duty. She signed up as a mentee and a mentor. She's
you go, girl.
She's our Jocelyn of this year. So yes, I'm super excited. So I think that it's we just have some amazing people this year. I've been going through and matching everybody, and if you haven't got an email from me yet, I have not forgotten you. We are working through. We had so much excitement around the program. I'm still getting those last few people matched up, so I have not forgotten you. I will get something to you next day or so. I know there's a couple of you that I'm still trying to match you with the perfect person. So I have not forgotten you. So is there anyone else who would like to share? I want to give anybody the opportunity that wants to share before we move on.
Hopefully next year.
No,
maybe next
no, that's great. It's really exciting to I've been a part of the program since the beginning. This is Shannon and I's, I think, second go around of running it, but I've been a mentor since the beginning, and it's so gratifying to see where the program has gone to, and the people that were mentees that are now mentors, and, you know, doing things that they thought they couldn't do, but are doing. So they're embodying what we're talking about today by going from a mentee to being a mentor. And I think the growth that we're seeing, that everybody sees in themselves, even if they already were a mentor, or even a mentee, there's the growth we're seeing overall is just amazing. And I'm proud of all of us. So I'm just going to give accolades all over the place today. So, if I will move on, if nobody else wants to share, which you do not have to at all. I didn't make any plants this month, so I didn't say, hey, will you talk? So, this is one of my go-to slides that my quotes is absolutely one of my favorites. And, it really struck with me that it's the mentorship program. Alone, we can do so little, together we can do so much. And it's one of my favorites, and I use it a lot, but, I think it is an absolutely great quote. So we're done a little early today. I think it's because it's our kickoff call, and I talk really fast, and some people are new and they may not want to share today, which is fine. But I want to put my contact information up there for you. If anybody has any questions, or is interested in the Hearth Design Specialist, or has a question about the mentor program, let me know. If you have not joined our Facebook group yet, which a lot of you did after our expo class, which was amazing. This is the QR code for the Facebook group that I try to post like once a week. People post if they've got questions, or if they're, I know that I think it was Carol last year posted when they were going to a new POS system, and, had questions if anybody had used it or not in the past. So it's just kind of that safe space that we can kind of just throw things out there if we have questions, or just want to say hi, how's everybody doing? So, does anybody have anything before we? Yes, Shannon, please.
Just a little bit of housekeeping. So just for some of you who are new, who haven't done this before, if you can't make it, because life gets crazy, businesses get crazy, that's why we record this, as Amie mentioned. And her follow-up email will have a link that will go to the YouTube channel or to the NFI site, where you can watch these videos and come back to it. So if you missed a month and you want to kind of see who was the speaker, what was discussed. And then also, as Amie just said, maybe you have something you want to contribute, but you weren't able to be on the call. This is all interactive. We are all in this together, this year, and we are flexible for you. So if you have any questions, feel free to, like Amie said, reach out to her, reach out to me. And we'll be sure to get you any kind of, videos or shared information. Also, we are looking for more mentors also. And, obviously, if anybody last minute wants to participate, let Amie know. We are, still connecting people. But the more the merrier. And we have had such a great response this year. I think it's the most we've ever had. So, the more, the better. And if you feel this is inconvenient or it's uncomfortable, don't worry, we're all in it together.
We are, absolutely. And yes, and when you get the link, it'll allow you to look at the calls we had last year also. So there may be topics that you want to just look at. For example, I'm seeing Cheryl's smiling face. She's one of the 5 that I can see. She did a great presentation for us last year. Shannon did a great presentation for us last year. There was one that was done about Expo last year. We've just had some great stuff. So Loretta did one for us, I think last year. I think it was last year, not the year before. Loretta did one for us last year. So if you can go back and look at the calls from before and look at the topics. I would absolutely encourage you to do that. There's some great information there. There are, there's links, there's things that we talked about that if you want the information, we can get it to you, that kind of stuff. So I think it's absolutely well worth your while. And if you have a spare 30 minutes or whatnot, to kind of take a look and see if there's something that, might interest you.
And also, if there's a topic that you haven't heard from before, or you'd like us to revisit a topic, excuse me, or if you'd like to speak, if you want to share, if you feel like you have something to share with the ladies, with this group, please message Amie, and because Amie and I have worked out the topics for this year, but it's definitely flexible. So, let us know we want to include any of your topics so that we can make sure that everybody's getting out of this program what it offers.
Yes. And if you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything, literally, feel free to reach out to myself or Shannon. We are always available, and just really excited to have you guys all be part of the program. There's some new people that I've met for the very first time after being around forever. And it's just great to get to meet new people and see the new people coming into the industry and being excited about this industry. I mean, I love this industry. I love education. I think, it's never wasted. And I'm just really excited that you're all here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this year brings. And I didn't put on our monthly schedule, but we will have a wrap up. We'll do something at Expo again, like we did this year, so that everybody can kind of, if you didn't get to meet everybody this year at Expo and you're going to be there next year, it is later next year. It's in New Orleans. We will do an event next year so we can all get together and, do some discussions and just kind of to get together with everybody. So, if there aren't any more questions today, we will get you out of here.
I have a quick question. I apologize. I was distracted when you said, where can you go to get the old topics if we're new, which I am this year, like for some of the speakers from last year's? Did you say it was Facebook?
No, it's YouTube. So
YouTube.
The links,
Okay.
but if you join the Facebook page, if you scroll back through, there are links on the Facebook page as well. But it's if you want to send me a quick email, I can send you the links from last year. And if you once you have one, you'll have them all.
Perfect.
So I think that's how we did it, isn't it, Shannon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And then, how about Amy, in your next mass email to everybody, you include that
I'll
link?
include the link. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think we're going to transition and move them onto, if any of you are familiar with the NFI, the Hearth Online training platform, because we can attach documents, we can do like interactive stuff there as well. We might be true. I think we're going to transition there, but they are still right now on YouTube as well. So, but I will include the YouTube link once we have this one done, and we're going to transition to the new platform. I will get that link to you as well, but I will include the YouTube link in the email I send out tomorrow. So you guys can go back and take a look at them. So awesome. And yes,
it's only my own personal curiosity, but is it possible to have a list of somewhere of all of the women who are participating, whether they're mentees or mentors, and where they're from? Because we kind of live all over the place, and it would just be nice to know, that, oh, you're from California, or you're from Arkansas. I just would, it helps me to feel more connected when I know a little bit more about where everybody is.
Yeah. So what I will do is, when we get the Hearth Online training platform is where we're going to house everything moving forward, and we can attach documents and stuff there. I feel more comfortable doing it there, because then only we will have access to it, as opposed to doing it on YouTube, because then anybody that happens to stumble across, which not many do, I check the views on YouTube. So, yes, Carol, I will put it there so everybody can have it. I'll probably, oh, Debbie, I did not realize that was so Debbie posted, I just saw the chats. Apparently the Government Affairs Academy that HPBA does, they do it on Tuesdays as well. So hopefully we won't conflict a bunch with them. We've always done it on the second Tuesday. I did not realize that they did it then, but we will hopefully get to see you a lot. If not, we'll make sure we get the links to you. So yeah, so Tracy said, when you send me the email about the links, if you want to let me know that you're interested in the HDS, I'll get that sent to you. Sorry, everybody, I'm looking at the comments just really quick. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. And again, feel free to reach out to myself or Shannon if you have any questions. And I just can't wait to see what this spring and summer brings. I'm excited to see all of you again soon. So I think we will let you go. And Michelle, I just saw your face. I hope you're okay.
Wait,
Michelle Humphrey.
I'm okay. I had neck surgery, I guess it'll be 3 weeks ago on Thursday. So I'm recovering. So
Well, I'm glad you are recovering. All of a sudden I'm like, wait, what is going on there? So I'm glad you're doing better.
Hey,
so
Amy,
yes,
real
Shannon.
quick. Hey ladies, I'm sorry. When I screenshotted the first one and went to the second page removed the first one for me. So I'm going to redo pictures. Hopefully nobody left the chat or the meeting yet, but I have a different way to do it that it's not going to happen. So we're going to do this again one more time.
It's even better. You have a
Promise we'll
baby
be
now.
more organized next one, guys.
There we go.
All right. So ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. All right, hold on just a second. Let me save this one as a different one. Okay, and then let me get to the second page. Get you ladies. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, smile. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna
Awesome.
go ahead and
Thank
blend
you.
these, guys. Sorry about that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for indulging us. I like to have pictures of the first call every time. So yes. All right. Well, again, reach out. Our doors are always open, and we will see you guys in a few weeks. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.